What's up, guys? Adam in here. So, the new patch dropped, and it changed everything, and it definitely changed the Shadow Priest up a bit. So you're probably wondering what to spec into and what to glyph into. So on this video, I'm going to quickly go over my talents and my spec, and my glyphs, and why I chose them, and yeah, I mean, obviously there's some other variants to the specs that you can do, but these are the ones I choose currently. They might change. If they do, I'll update on the video, but right now this is what I got, and yeah, so here we go. Alright, so for the level 15 talents, I chose Psyfiend. And I know it's very controversial. Most people like to pick Void Tendrils because they like the 20 seconds or however long it scales into PvP. And I know it's a while. And it's a root, so it's not bad. And it doesn't stack with Psychic Scream like Psyfiend does when it fears. And then Dominant Mind or Mind Control, it just isn't used that much. I mean, it's just not as good as the other two. So the reason I picked Psyfiend over it is just because I like having the fear on them. It works better on all opponents instead of just melee with the rooting. And I don't know, that's my opinion. Even though it stacks with Psychic Scream, it still works out very well. And I haven't had a problem with the whole, not getting a full fear off, because normally I lay that down when my fear is on DR, and it will fear them, and I can get a couple heals in, or whatever I need to do, and it just works out well for me. And then, so for the level 30 talents, I chose Phantasm, and that's mainly because the other two just are for other people on your team. They're for helping your teammates and stuff. And Phantasm's all about you. It's basically like having a second baby trinket. Basically, it gets you out of all roots and snares, but then it unfortunately it doesn't get you out of fears and other real hard CCs like silences and stuff. But it works really well, and it's better than the other two in my opinion. And then I picked Mindbender for the level 45 talents. And the main reason I did that is because, as good as the other two are, I just like having something that I don't have to worry about, and it just helps. And that would be the improved Shadow Fiend, which is now a Mindbender. Um, it's very preference-wise. I know a lot of people that have Power Word Solace because Shadow Word Insanity is pretty good, but the only problem is it only works at the very end of your Shadow Word Pain. So if you're stuck in a fear or whatever and that dot rolls and it's too late to cast, then you're just kind of screwed. I mean, that's just me. I know it's an instant cast, but when I tried using it, it just didn't work out as well for me, and I don't know, it's just not my kind of play style. Um, and then we go to level 60s, and we get Desperate Prayer, Spectral Geist, or Angelic Bulwark. The reason I picked Desperate Prayer is because I love having that little out heal when I get low. I mean, I don't have to sit there and flash heal. I can just pop that and then keep going, lay some more dots, apply more pressure. It helps with being able to stay in the fight longer. And Spectral Geist, I know a lot of Shadow Priests have it, but at the moment it just doesn't work well enough. I mean, it's basically like a feigned death. It basically just makes it so your opponent's gonna have to retarget you, because when you fall into the shadows or whatever, I mean, you lose the opponent loses target of you, so they have to retarget you. And unless you're in a huge crowd, it just doesn't work well enough for me, in my opinion. But I know a lot of Shadow Priests do it, so I definitely am not saying don't try it. I'm just saying I like Desperate Prayer better. Um, and then Angelic Bulwark, I don't know. It's just not my kind of stuff. It's not my cup of tea. Basically, it just adds an extra like absorption shield, and it's not bad, but I mean, we already have dispersion and stuff, so it's kind of just overkill. And then so for the level 75 talents, you have to choose between Twist of Fate, Power Infusion, and Divine Insight. The main reason I picked Divine Insight over the other two is because I love having the instant Mind Blast. It just helps with your damage, and being able to get an extra Shadow Orb here and there definitely helps overall being able to keep up on pressure. And if you need to get a Devouring Plague, or you need to get a fear off, you can use Psychic Core when that pops. Um, the way they have not Shadow, Devouring Plague in this game is it when you get that instant Mind Blast, you can really set up some hard damage very quickly. You know, maybe pop in a couple of Mind Spikes, reapply the dots, and then pop the um, instant Mind Blast with the Devouring Plague, and the guy's gonna die. I don't know. It just works out really well. That's my opinion, though. I mean, maybe you guys want to have faster casting time and less mana cost by 20%. So it's not bad at all, but Power Infusion just isn't for me. I really enjoy Divine Insight. And Twist of Fate, I don't know. I just don't think it's that good. So, with that, there's only the level 90 talents, and I can't choose those, obviously, yet. So I'm not going to give my opinion on them to you. And when this drops, I'll probably have a new video of the specs and the level 90 and which one's the best in my opinion. Halo looks badass, though. That's just my 2 cents on that. So, next up, we have Glyphs. Alright, so for Glyphs, I chose Glyph of Dispersion, so that way I can get as fast dispersion as possible, so I can get more mana back quicker, and I don't know, it's up, so if I need to use it as an out, if I'm facing a rogue, it's up quicker and faster. Um, and then I have Glyph of Shadow Ravens. I don't know, it's just a cool glyph. I like having the ravens. Just personal preference. You know, minor glyphs don't really matter. Um, and then I have Glyph of Mass Dispel. That's just because Mass Dispel, I need to make sure that I can get it off in arenas and stuff at all times, and I don't want to be kicked. So if it's a super fast cast, it's very hard to kick, and so most of the time I don't think I've ever gotten kicked while trying to Mass Dispel a Pally Bubble off or anything, so it seems to do its job well. And then I have Glyph of Mind Blast, and that is when you critically hit with your Mind Blast, you cause the target to be unable to move for 4 seconds. Not as very good when you put that together with your spec, that you get the Divine Insight, and you get that instant, and so if that instant procs and then it crits, you know, that warrior is not going to be able to touch you for 4 seconds. I don't know. I think it just pairs out really nicely, so that's what I do. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps. And in the comments, you know, let me know if this is what you do. I mean, if you really enjoy Spectral Geist or whatever, you have a spec change you recommend. And I'll try it out and make an update video for you guys. But this is what I have for now. So like I said, if you enjoyed the video, leave that like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, I'll check you guys in the next video. I'm probably going to do some BGs and have some fun because I'm definitely enjoying my Shadow Priest right now. Alright, so peace out.